So boom, YouTube. What's good, your boy Q? I'm back in another Warframe video, and today we got the Braton Prime. Now the Braton Prime is like, it's 1 and 2 compared to the Bursting Prime. Like if you like the Bursting Prime, you will pretty much like the Braton Prime. Like if you don't feel like using the Bursting Prime, or if you don't have the Bursting Prime, you can use the Braton Prime. You know what I'm saying? They're really good primaries around the same level. If you wanted me to say, I say maybe the Bursting has the edge, because then excuse me, the incarnon is really good, but the Braton is really good. I was sleeping on it, I ain't gonna lie. So if y'all like this type of video, please leave a like and subscribe. Let's get into this wonderful video. As you guys can see, this is the build we're going to be using. Now I have a Riven build right here, and it's so different, and even with the incarnate like abilities I use are different too, because I have minus 100% weapon recoil, and that's gonna matter like later when we talk about the incarnate forms abilities. But this is a really good excuse me, this is really good for you guys. This is actually one of the better builds I've made, because I tried out a lot, especially with primary crits. This is very important. I think this is mandatory with this weapon. I tried primary deadhead, it didn't work. I'm being honest with you. I think it's mandatory, and I think these are one of the newer arcanes. You get this with the 1999 content, so keep that in mind. So I apologize if you can't do it. Hunter Munitions is really good with this build. I don't have prime shred, so if you do have shred, please use prime shred. Galvanized chamber and my galvanized scope is not fully upgraded, but it will be free soon. You know what I'm saying? I see that. Yes, I got some endo. I'm gonna spend a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But like this my build. Critical delay for 20% critical chance, minus fire rate. We're gonna take up for that with what's it called? We're gonna take up with that with using our arcane acceleration for our Warframe. So yeah, this is the build I'm gonna be using. Again, this is my Riven build, because look at the Riven disposition of 4. You gotta have one. So keep that in mind. So yeah, this is a really good build. If y'all have any, like, if y'all want to fix something, just leave it in the comments. Let me know so I can improve the build and stuff like that. So yeah, look, I'm gonna give you guys to the Warframe stuff right here. Look, I'm gonna be using Zephyr, because I don't know, I love his float ability. Arcane acceleration. If you want to use rage, you can. It doesn't really matter. Again, depending on your aura, right? It's depending on like what damage you would do. This doesn't really do anything for me damage wise, just gives me 20% more health. But if you are using like steel charge, which is melee, rifle amp, which gives you rifle damage, or your team rifle damage, or like corrosive projection, which lowers enemies armor by 18%, stuff like that matters. So when you not, if you see like, oh, I'm not doing the same damage as you, always check your aura for your Warframe. Always check your arcanes, and also your companion, which we're about to get into right now. I'm going to use NAUTILUS 2. This is really good. This is my build for here. Really good. I need to actually upgrade that, honestly, if I'm being honest. And then we got here too. Keep in mind, this also matters. Your companion matters a lot. Companions are very broken in this game. You need to have a good one. Then this, I'm going to be using this just to be able to pull enemies if my knowledge don't be doing it. So keep that in mind too. So yeah, look, we're going to get into, oh, almost forgot. I keep on forgetting this part. Now, for our second evolution, we're going to be using Munitions Grid. This is really good because it gives us increased damage +2. Multi-shot consumes ammo directly from capacity, does 54% damage +20 multi-shot. Then for our evolution 3, we're going to be using Void Guidance. Again, I'm not going to be using this with my Riven because I have minus 100% weapon recoil, right? But this also gives you +60 accuracy and weapon recoil, because the recoil is kind of big when you're in your incarnate, because there's so much of things that's going on. And then right here is also, look, you can go with either or. You could use critical parallel if you want to use polluted might. I'm using polluted might for this build. It's really good. When I'm using my Riven, I actually might go with critical parallel. It just depends. All right, but like I said, if any improvements you guys want to do, let me know and put it in the comments. If I really want to improve this, because I really like the Braton, and so far it's really, really good. Right. So yeah, look, we're going to do some high level gameplay for y'all boys. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a little crazy, like 180, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I think 200 too. But yeah, this is why you want to like this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Let's get into that gameplay.
second neural sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
You guys can see the Braton Prime is really, really good. When you're able to pull enemies together, you know, with my campaign and my secondary, it does so much better with a lot of enemies near you. So keep that in mind. I didn't want to use any of outside of like his first ability that makes you basically like float. I didn't want to like use any of his other abilities, so you guys like, you know, so you guys can see that I don't really need to. I just like to be in the air. It's pretty fun. But yeah, this is why you want to go outside again. Please do like and subscribe.